You are a bourgeoisie feminist, and I hope to God you wasn't engaged to a white man, because I thought somebody said you was engaged to a white man. Eboni, I better not find out your ass was swimming in the milk. If I find out your ass was swimming in the milk, I'm going to lose a lot of respect for you, sister.
So we should have all known that Dr. Umar was going to respond about this whole Eboni K. Williams issue. And of course, she tripled down on her position about why, these working class men are, these black men are underachievers on The Breakfast Club. I would play the clip, but The Breakfast Club will demonetize the video. So unfortunately, I can't play any parts of that clip, but pretty much she was standing on what she was saying after being confronted about those comments she made on the grill. However, Dr. Umar has responded on Instagram Live, pointing out some hypocrisies about what she's talking about. Now, I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to come back.
Saw that sister on The Breakfast Club this morning. What's her name? Erica K. Williams. What's the sister who was on there with Charlemagne and Envy today? Very well-spoken sister. What's her name? I seen her. What's the sister who was on The Breakfast Club today? Peace, African. I'll see you when I get in there. Let me finish this live. What's the sister's name who was on there today? What's the sister's name, brothers and sisters? Eboni K. Williams. Well-spoken sister. She made some great points, but dear Eboni, that's not what you was talking, sweetheart. That's not what you was talking. You was on some talented 10th bullshit, and you tried to take it back to the community this morning, sister. See, we can't talk out both sides of our mouth. We can't talk out both sides of our mouth, sister. We can't talk out both sides of our mouth. I didn't disagree with much of what you said today, but that's not what you said the other day, sister. You was talking down to working class blacks. You are a bourgeoisie. You are a bourgeoisie feminist, and I hope to God you wasn't engaged to a white man, because I thought somebody said you was engaged to a white man. Eboni, I better not find out your ass was swimming in the milk. If I find out your ass was swimming in the milk, I'm going to lose a lot of respect for you, sister. Because what that tells me, if you were with a damn Neanderthal snow puppy, then you're telling me at the end of the day, you are trying to condemn black men to justify dating white. If you are an interracial dater, if you are a bunny hopper, then what you are telling me is your whole diatribe, your whole rant against black men driving the bus was a justification so you can date a white man. I hope that ain't the case. I hope that ain't. You spoke well today, my sister. You still didn't deal with collective working responsibility, though. I still heard a lot of Eurocentric individualism. I still heard a lot of Eurocentric individualism. And I don't know where you've been getting your reports from, sweetheart, but we got 2 million Africans with college degrees unemployed. We got 2 million Africans with college degrees unemployed because you was doing a whole lot of pushing college. You was doing a whole lot of pushing college today, like it's some form of upward mobility. I'm sorry, Sister Eboni K. Williams. College is not an opportunity for 21st century Africans. College is not an opportunity for 21st century Africans. It's putting us into debt to the banks, my sister Eboni K. Williams. So where is your solution for collective group economics? I didn't hear none of that. All I heard was European, Eurocentric, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, individualism. That's all the hell I heard this morning. I wish I was there. I wish I was there. I wish I was at the Breakfast Club today with Eboni K. Williams. I had a few comments and questions for my sister. Oh, yes. No disrespect. I love my sister. I love my sister. Don't get me wrong now. And she said some good things today, but she departed from the original narrative she was pushing on our working class Africans the other day. She departed from her attack on black males with blue collar jobs. Eboni K. Williams, do you know that you got plumbers who make more money than doctors? Eboni K. Williams, do you know you got carpenters who make more money than surgeons? Eboni K. Williams, do you know you got chefs who make more money than engineers? You got plumbers who make more money than architects. I think you got to go look at your census data, my sister. You got to go look at your census data, my sister. You got to go look at your census data a little bit better, because I heard a whole lot of Eurocentric, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, individualism. I didn't hear a single group solution on that conversation today from Sister Ebony. I didn't hear a single group solution. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. No disrespect. I respect my sister. Very articulate, well-spoken, but I don't hear a lot of conscious energy coming from her. A lot of my middle-class, bougie black sisters, they on that individualism, Europeanism. Peace, Baba. I'm going to get with you in a minute. I saw a lot of European individualism, brothers and sisters. Where the group solutions at? Oh, just go to college and get yourself a job and save your money from your bus job and open up a business. Where the f is the group solutions at, Ebony K? Are you related to Tasha K? Where the group solutions at? Where the group? I ain't hear a single group solution out that sister's mouth this morning. Not a single group solution. A whole bunch of feminism and European individualism disguised as collective work and responsibility. You can fool some of the people all the time and all the people some of the time. You can't fool King Kong consciousness none of the time.
So I just want to add to what he's saying. He made a lot of great points, especially calling her out on her feminist BS, and then that kind of, pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. And at the same time, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps works to a certain level. Like, you need motivated. You need to be, right? But he keeps bringing back home the point of community. Community. You're not speaking about resources for the community. You're talking about situations with these black men and they're underachieving, but you're talking about it from an elitist point of view. And what people don't understand, and I don't know for those of you, and I'm not hating on anybody who has a job, but somebody who's been, let's say for myself, doing this entrepreneurship thing off and on for like 15 years or trying. One thing that you really need is mentorship. If it's not number one, that's the first thing. But you really need a community around what you're doing. Shout out to Brother Ron Wills, because he talked about building a community around your business. You really need a community around you such that you have an economy as much as you can keep money into your community and circulating through your community. That's what really makes you stronger. But again, he doesn't hear that coming from her, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because a lot of talented black women who are feminists are looking out for the female agenda. When they talk about the black community, it typically is devoid of black men. That's why. I don't know why he's trying to check that, and he's right, but with somebody like her, you're not going to ever get those kind of talking points. When they talk about the black community, when black women talk about it, generally, they're talking about them. Because in many black women's minds, they are the black community. This is the reason why when you had that whole situation with Stacey Abrams, and women were saying, look, we know you black men in Georgia take umbrage with some of the things going on, but you just vote for the Democrats just because we told you to. So vote the same way as black women. That's what it is, right? Now, secondarily, he also talks about, I hope you've not been engaged to a white man. Because if you've been engaged to a white man, I'm going to be highly disappointed. But see, Dr. Umar, he brings up a good point there. But let me add to that. It defeats her whole point overall, because you're talking about that these men who are bus drivers are lame. They need to do better. But how can we get around the fact that you had a white man and it didn't work out? So what about these men that you were able to come across? Because you weren't engaged with a bus driver then, right? If this is a white man. So like, how are you going to have this smoke? I believe that was also DJ Envy's point. you're talking about these bus driver comments, but I mean, you had this white guy, you had this white man. So what's going on? You had this white man. Okay? All this white man. That's the whole point. Okay? That's the whole point. And you're talking about this mediocrity, and you're always going to have mediocrity in any community. But when you're at your level, why don't you have somebody at your level? If you feel that people in the blue collar, and Dr. Umar, pointed that out, you have plumbers that make a lot of money more than some professional people. You have truck drivers that make a lot of money. We get that. But if you feel that those people are at a mediocre level, then can you explain why you can't have somebody at your level? That's always blaming somebody when you can't get it. And we cannot get around that. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Your Celebrity Drunk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.